What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back playing a crazy rogue deck that I think is super well positioned right now. So I recently, a little bit of backstory, had a awesome opportunity to hop on stream with Professor Gnome, another YouTuber in the community. If you don't know him, definitely go check him out. He's honestly the GOAT. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever talked to. He's super knowledgeable about the game, great player, super fun to hang out with. I think his videos are awesome. Definitely go check his channel. But recently, actually literally yesterday as of the day of this recording, I hopped on stream with him and we were playing a couple games. I was helping him test a version of Ethan's Typhlosion, and I was running some Gardevoir for him because it's a rough matchup, and then we were doing a tier list for Worlds, and my guy was putting me on Ogre Box because on that tier list, I originally thought, I didn't think this deck was like as hot, and then he's like explaining to me some of the lineups and how he talked with Matthew Hubbard, who's this deck is actually based off of. Matthew Hubbard is the guy who made day 2 at NAIC, I think like 35th place or something like that, and got second in the 1500, what was it, the Smart Series online with this deck. And I did change a couple cards from him. I essentially just cut 2 Bravery Charm because Pull is now running like 1 to 2 Jamming Tower, and I just feel like that helps in Pull, and now that Pull is playing a stadium and there is no stadium, that is not ideal. It kind of sucks. Because now they're effectively useless and they're just dead cards, so I figured, you know what, I'll cut them for consistency cards, so I added like a research. I played an extra Prism Energy, got the Psychic Energy, that way, you know, for setting up Clefairy or Mew or Latias, well, I guess Mew's colorless, but, you know, Clefairy or Latias, we could just use Prism Energy and then just blow up the active and use that as our Psychic Energy for the cost. But anyways, we were spending some more time talking about this deck, and he was really telling me about how amazing it is, so I'm like, you know what, let me give it a shot, because he thought it would be funny if I ended up loving it, playing it to Pittsburgh, and I'm like, you know what, honestly, I might at this point. I have no idea what I'm playing to Pittsburgh, so I figured I'll give it a go in a video, see how I feel, let's run it together, and we'll have some fun playing it. So if you don't know what the Ogerpon box does, you use Teal Dance to set up all the energy in play, and then you go in with the Ogre's Mask to replace a Ogerpon in your discard pile with an Ogerpon in the active spot, and that's why we're playing 4 copies of Ultra Balls and 3 copies of Earthen Vessels, is so we can pivot out our other Ogerpons into the active spot any chance we need. And I know someone's probably thinking like, hey, why don't you play the Hearthstone Mask Ogerpon? It's really not that good. It doesn't have a great attack, and if you're thinking about using it for the Golden Go matchup, you really don't need to, because you get double Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. So once your opponent, you know, does some damage with maybe Monkey Dories or something like that on your active Cornerpon, you could just play another one down, and then you could also just penny pick up the first Ogerpon and just move on. You're pretty much good from there. And in all the other matchups, a combination of Teal Mask Ogerpon and especially the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, since a lot of people are taking Shaman out of lists right now because there's not many huge EX attackers, can really do some damage. So, you know, if you're up against Gardevoir, you're up against early game Dragapult, go in with the Teal Mask Ogerpon to set up energy, get a Wellspring Mask Ogerpon in your discard pile, use Ogre's Mask to then sub out the Ogerpons, and boom, you're using Torrential Pump, taking 2 KOs on on some very pivotal Pokemon. So I think that's an awesome combo, and I think when you're up against Grimmsnarl, Charizard, stuff like that, you could just use the Ogerpon. I mean, Myriad Leaf Shower is a phenomenal attack. You could swing for weakness against those big Stage 2 Grass Weak attackers, and then there's a lot of other matchups like Dragapult where you can't swing for those massive numbers, and that's when you just go in with Lillie's Clefairy or Mew EX, and you just attack them with that new Psychic weakness due to Lillie's Clefairy, you know, take some big prize cards that way, and this whole deck is just focusing around 2-4-6ing your opponent faster than you're getting KO'd. We got Bloodmoon Ursaluna for the late game, Fezandipiti, Squawkabilly for the consistency, and then Iron Bundle, which acts as another gusting card. We're playing for Prism Energy to make sure that we could use Full Moon Rondo as well as Latias' Eon Blade at any moment, and I think Legacy Energy is definitely the best A spec here because this is a lot of 2-prize Pokemon in the deck, and although you might not necessarily need the Legacy Energy for the energy cost, because I think this deck between the 4 Energy Switch, 8 Grass Energy, and 4 Prism Energy is super consistent on getting its attackers rolling, I think just making it so one of your active set up 2-prize Pokemon is now a 1-prizer is insanely disruptive and annoying for your opponent. It can really turn the tide of the match. Insert matchups like Dragapult, where they're going to want to blow up your Clefairy because it's causing a lot of problems and take 2 prize cards for it, and now all of a sudden you're like, hey, my Clefairy's a 1-prizer, so you're not even getting equal value out of it. You know, I'm still just going to Night Stretcher back, put it, oh, whoopsies, just added a Night Stretcher, put the Night Stretcher back, you know, bring the Clefairy, and then start swinging again. So, you know, that's pretty much the combo with Legacy Energy and a lot of matchups is just, hey, I need this Ogerpon to be worth 1 prize card, I need one of these guys, you know, just, I need to disrupt your board somehow. or not disrupt your board, disrupt your prize mapping somehow. So I think Legacy Energy is huge for that. Now, when we're talking about consistency, the supporter consistency is insane. We're playing 4 Research, 3 Boss, 3 Iono, and then the 1 Penny, as I mentioned, can help pick up a lot of Pokemon. A lot of times that is going to be Squawkabilly, just because that last bench space could be kind of helpful in the mid to late game. I know it's an easy, low HP 2 prize liability, but to be fair, so is your entire deck. So if you're worried about Squawk getting boss KO'd, chances are they could do that to 90% of your Pokemon regardless, so it's not the end of the world. I just think in the mid to late game, you kind of want to make room for that Squawk. You want a Penny, pick it up, and then just throw Fez down so you can draw 3 cards. Obviously, you know, the Penny is situational and helpful in other matchups, like in Golden Go, you could kind of reset your Cornerstone. In Dragapult, you could use Penny to pick up a Pokemon that's got a bunch of damage counters on it, and, you know, there's a lot of plays you can make happen with it, so... For now, we're just kind of focusing on getting that Squawk out of there. We got 4 Energy Switch to make sure that we're pivoting energy very nicely. We could use Teal Dance to move energy around on our bench, draw a bunch of cards, then we could use Energy Switch to throw it on up to the active. And then we've also got 4 Nest Balls, 4 Ultra Balls, and 2 Tera Orbs, which is really sweet since they just take a Tera Pokemon out of our deck and throw it into our hand. So then we can Ultra Ball it away if it's a Wellspring Mask Ogerpon or a Cornerstone Ogerpon so that we can use Ogre's Mask to sub them out, which is super sweet. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. So again, go check out Professor Gnome, awesome YouTuber, and definitely shout out to Matthew Hubbard for being an insane pilot with this deck. I'm gonna hope to scratch the surface with the deck that you've clearly mastered. So, you know, we'll see how good a player I am with the Ogerpon box as well. And then go check out the Draw Pass TCG YouTube channel while I'm at it as well. I just posted a Blissey Masterclass, so if anyone is looking for another Rogue deck that is super, super fun to play, I got a guy who made Day 2 at NAIC out on the video, Michael Mahler. Shout out to him, awesome guy. We made a little Blissey Masterclass for people together over on the Draw Pass channel. And then also I got that TCG Player affiliate link, so if you're going to TCG Player to order any singles decks or deck accessories for any card game, doesn't matter what, make sure you hop on over to TCG Player using my link in the description down below. Clicking on my link supports the channel in such a massive way, and I cannot thank you enough to the people who are doing that. So, and it's really no extra work or cost to you. It's just clicking on a link since I know you're going there anyways. And yeah, I mean, with that being said, let's hop into today's video and see how well this Ogerpon box can do. Welcome to match number 1. We open up with a decent hand. We're going first, which is huge, and I definitely want to go Squawk here, although I've got some insanely valuable resources in my deck. So first things first, let's check out what's going on. If nothing else, I definitely can just take the Teal Mask and move on. We do have Ultra Ball and Iono, which isn't huge. I was hoping we had a Vessel or something. We got our other Ogre's Mask in our deck, as well as our 4 Prism Energy, which is pretty big. That actually alone feels solid, right? Because in here, all I absolutely need to do is just Teal Dance the 1. We draw Fez. I could bin Fez. That doesn't really feel too great. I think we're better off just attaching the Legacy Energy and then passing for turn. I mean, I do really want to go Squawk down, right? If I Ultra Ball for Squawk and then just rip away the hand, we could live with 1 Ogre's Mask. We see a Monkey Dory, so we're immediately thinking it's like Gardevoir, it's a variant of Dragapult, maybe it's Golden Go with the 1 Monkey Dory they might play. I'd say let's just chase down the Squawk. We've already made it this far, right? And we have our other Ogre's Mask in the deck, so it doesn't hurt. I just want to draw into a bigger hand that's a little bit more playable next turn and maybe get a Water Pond in the discard pile this turn, because that would be huge. That would be huge. And we could do it next turn if we need to, and we could actually set up for the KO with it. We go Ultra Ball, we make sure we get that Water Pond out, and then we go Vessel, get rid of the Water Pond. That's great. I don't really need to do anything else. I don't need to thin anything extra here. We're kind of just fine sitting for next turn. I could take 2 prize cards if Monkey Dory does not see, or excuse me, if Shaman does not see the light of day. I just need these people to stop playing some Shaman for me. They're going to go Nest Ball, reveal what they're playing off. This is it, the Gardevoir. Playing the Nest Ball because I feel like Buddy Puffin would have screamed Dragapult. Gardevoir is hard, but I do think we could take it to get the Clefairy. Yeah, probably Gardevoir. I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like a lot of decks could play Clefairy. I feel like not many do. It just kind of fits into really anything you really want it to. They get rid of Counter Catcher, Rare Candy. Nothing. They've told me absolutely nothing yet. I mean, they do play the Dark Energy. I don't think... Yeah, it's the Worlds. I was going to say, I don't think the Dragapult plays the Dark Energy. They go off the Luminous for that because it doubles down as the Psychic as well. And they are just playing the Clefairy. Well, this is huge because when I pull off the Water Pond this turn, assuming I could draw into Ogre's Mask, the last one on my deck, I take out Clefairy, Ralts, and they're stuck. Dead in the water. We don't actually need to play Mew in this matchup, now that I think about it. We definitely go Ultra Ball, bin these, I like the research here. I need that extra card, like a whole lot more. Take the Ogerpon. We vessel away the Ogerpon. We do have 1 energy already in our hand to Teal Dance. I'm just going to take the 1 energy because that's the only thing worth potentially manual attaching. We will go Teal Dance to draw a card, and it's another Ogerpon. That's fine, actually. This works because then we can Teal Dance again, and I feel a little bit better about this. And we get an Ultra Ball. That's fine. Not going to do anything for us. We just rip the research here. Hopefully draw into Ogre's Mask, and we don't. All right. Now things get a little trickier on how we do this for sure. I mean, I definitely... We got Nest Ball. I could take out the Ogerpon. We got the E-Switch for it. It's not really going to do me any good. I could just attack with my Ogerpon with the Legacy Energy, because it's worth like a single prizer at this point. We could go Tera Orb and even just take out an Ogerpon. start what? E-switching on over to it? Let's see if we can maybe chase it down this way. We do have a Night Stretcher. Have I manual attached energy yet? I don't think so, but I don't have any energy in the discard pile, so I don't think... I mean, I guess I could Vessel, bin Clefairy. We probably don't need Clefairy in this matchup. I'll keep the Penny. The Penny's pretty fun. We'll just take the 1 energy out now. You know, we should have some energy prized. We got 4 Prism left, that's why. I mean, I'll take the 2, actually. This is cool, because then we can, what? Attach the 1 now, Teal Dance later, and go to work. We'll swing Myriad Leaf Shower. I'm close to going Ogre's Mask and setting up an Ogerpon and then following up with just an attached Prism Energy and going in with another Ogerpon. So this does not feel like the end of the world. It definitely is a little awkward. Maybe I dug my own grave a little bit, but I mean, we'll see what my opponent can do. If they have the full Gardevoir setup, it's Gardevoir Jellicent. Well, that would be bad if that's in the active and they item lock me and they Iono. That's fine, actually, because if I get Ogre's Mask, Prism Energy, we're getting 2 Ogerpons set up in 1 turn somehow, which works. And we got the Prism Energy and nothing else to show for it. They just scoop. All right, I mean, yeah, we had the free retreat into Ogerpon. We were about to take out their active and that Frillish on the bench, so I mean, I felt good there. Maybe that was a little bit too easy of a game 1. I mean, if the other 2 games are super short, maybe we'll throw in a game 4. But for now, I feel like the setup was there, and that's one of the most important things I want to show off is just how you could set up multiple lines, and we definitely did that. We definitely achieved that. And if I'm not mistaken, what did we have off that Iono? We had... Nest Ball could have gotten me Fez. Was Fez in the discard pile? It might have been in the discard pile already. And we had another Tera Orb. Iron Bundle's huge as well, so we could pivot out and still snipe the Ralts. We could have tried to take something else. I mean, the Prism Energy was really the biggest thing there. We had free retreat, Prism Energy, 2 prize cards. Feels pretty good. Let's hop into match number 2 and see if we could cook up a full game against our opponents. Welcome to match number 2. My hand was awful until I top decked that Ultra Ball, and now it is immediately infinitely more playable. So we'll smack the Prism Energy there because Clefairy will need it at some point. We are going to Ultra Ball away pretty much everything because I'm going Squawk here. I mean, I'm getting a playable hand, whether this game likes it or not. We got to figure something out. We see a Monkey Dory, so I'm immediately thinking, hey, another Gardevoir matchup. Maybe this one will be a little more full. And this feels insane, actually, because now what we do, we get the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Right, we got our Ogerpon. We got 1 of them. That's all we need. And our Ogre's Masks, we got 1 of those as well. Okay, I mean, that's a little harsh because I really wanted to make sure I could get that guy out consistently. But you know what? We got insane dig in this deck, and that's huge for next turn. I could also just bench the Latias here. It doesn't feel too bad. I mean, we've got so many prize liabilities. Like, what's more? 1 more at this point, and then we'll just pass for turn. Next turn, Ultra Ball, pull out our Ogerpon. Attach the Prism Energy, rip the research. And we just need 1 Grass Energy, Ogre's Mask. And then boom, swinging for hopefully 2 prize cards. If Monkey Dory is in the active spot and we can't kill the Monkey Dory because we're just doing 100 damage, that's when we just use Iron Bundle. We go Hyper Blower and we try to bring up something else and snipe whatever Ralts is on the bench. I lied, they got the Luminous Energy, now it's Dragon Ball. Okay. So now there's a small change in plans. Now we do the exact same play, we just KO JPs. Assuming that they have anything worthwhile. If they don't, I just need to Ultra Ball for a Pokemon Prism Energy swing and take advantage of the board state my opponent has left for me. Well, there's definitely going to be a 4th match in this deck because we're swinging for how much damage right now? 100. This is what's nice about Prism Energy. I guess this is how we'll show it off. We'll make sure Cornerpon gets into play this game. We just attach the energy, swing for 120. That is going to be a big KO against a pretty bad opponent. Again, dude, the setup in this deck is like so nice, dude. You fly through everything, blow up whatever in the active spot. Hey, an Ogre's Mask. We were so live for next turn. It's not even funny. We'll hop into match number 3. Expect a match number 4 today. Welcome to match number 3. I swear to God, if I see another Monkey Dory in the active spot, dude, like, I can't. I'm so over this card. It's not even funny. And we're up against Gardevoir. Okay, well, we have a phenomenal hand. We're actually going second, so there is a world where we could pull off the Torrential Pump turn 1. We've got Tera Orb for the Grass, the Teal Mask Ogerpon. We got Ultra Ball Bin, the Wellspring Ogerpon. We want to make sure the manual attaches on the Prism Energy because that's not one we get Teal Dance, and we're going to need another Teal Mask Ogerpon with E-Switch to active and Ogre's Mask. We actually need a lot of cards to pull off the combo, but it's definitely very, very possible. For now, what is the best way to do this? We have Ultra Ball. We could get rid of just these two straight up because we know we're not going to need them. Then we're going to take a probably Squawkabilly, just guarantee it, because we want to actually go for the Insane Dig. I want to pull this off turn 1 if I can. We got 4 E-Switch. We got 1 Ogre's Mask, which is a little... makes things a little more challenging, but that's fine. We got 2 of our Teal Mask Ogerpons as well, so we actually did prize 1, because I do play 3 of those. Okay, that's cool. We'll go Teal Dance here with Tera Orb. Because if I could draw into another Ogerpon this turn, it's going to be huge. I'm also going to need Latias to pivot out. Now that I'm thinking about it, we need so many cards to make this work, which is fine. Let's go Research here because I'm holding the Research, and if I squawk and whiff Research, I'm going to be pretty upset. This is huge. So now we can take out another Teal Mask, and then I have another Nest Ball to take out our Latias. So we do have the pivot. And then we could go Vessel. We could bin Ultra Ball here. Get 1 more Grass Energy out of the deck. I want to conserve Grass Energy. I don't want to like discard all of them immediately. I'm going to attach the Legacy Energy here. We are going to go in with a little Teal Dance on the other one. We get E-Switch. Oh my god, wait, now I'm just 1 Ogre's Mask away. Stop playing. We are so close. We are so close. It's not even funny. What's the Squawk and Seize? Speak to me. No, we whiffed. Oh my god. Oh, that's so upsetting. Oh my lord, dude. I would have been so hyped if we managed to pull that off. Sadly, we didn't. It's not the end of the world. Do we have 1? We do have a Grass Energy in the discard pile. We might as well Tera Orb just to thin out a Pokemon from the deck. Our hand is pretty dead from here on out, but it's not the end of the world. We could retreat and swing and take a KO on their Monkey Dory, which I'm really not going to complain about. That is absolutely fine. I still have a Wellspring Ogerpon in hand. I could start setting up. We've got 3 more E-Switches, a Prism Energy to attach to it. We're just going to try to bully this deck with, what do you call it? With bench sniping. We're going to test them if they don't play the Shaman. We're going to pressure them if they do play the Shaman. Our active Pokemon is just worth 1 prize as well because of Legacy Energy, so that doesn't even feel like a phenomenal KO. They got Nest Ball for another Monkey Dory. That's fine. I could go Nest Ball this turn as well for what is the Hyper Blower guy? Iron Bundle is the Hyper Blower guy, but instead I'm going to get Iono to a new hand that's the same thing in a slightly different font, and they're going to get another Ralts down for themselves. So now I don't have the perfect Teal Mask play unless I can somehow pull off Boss plus Ogre's Mask, which I don't know if I totally can do. Unless I top deck Boss, Teal Dance into Ogre's Mask. That actually, that is possible. It doesn't feel like... Wait, what? Why do you retreat into Ralts? No. No, my opponent's throwing, dude. They're throwing it all away. We get an Iono. Now we got Heavy Dig. Now we got a new 6. And I give them a new 6, but that's fine. I need to see more of my deck than anything else. We get a Vessel here. I mean, there's so many more cards on the bottom of the deck when they Iono'd that I just don't want to draw into. I actually don't think I ripped the Vessel because I don't want anything that was in my previous hand. I could attach the Prism Energy. That's fine. Yeah, that doesn't hurt here. We got a few Prism Energy. We can make that work for sure. And then I also could play the Mew. I do kind of want to save that, though. I don't need this bench spot to be Mew yet. There's no guarantee that off 6 we're actually going to get it down under 3 cards, and we still are somehow short? Okay. Now is a situation where we could potentially look at taking Mew, right? Because my opponent has a new hand. I probably just helped them out a ton, but that's okay. because we still do have a good KO on their active. I could go in with Hyper Blower, and even if they give me Mew, I could go in for a 3 prize turn when I damage up this Mew a little bit, but then that gives them damage to Monkey Dory work with, and I don't really want to do that. I think there's a bigger benefit on just swinging here. We don't need to play any cards because Ogre's Mask has to be one of the next, like, 6 cards in my deck at this point. And we're up 2 prize cards. We've taken 2 prize cards worth with our 2 prize Pokemon, our 1 prize Pokemon in the active spot. So this is fine. Again, did I give them Rare Candy Gardevoir? Yeah, probably. No, they go Curlia? They're cooked. They're cooked. Then again, so am I. I'm thinking for something I can't find, dude. 1 more Ogre's Mask. Like, now I'm screaming for a 3rd Ogre's Mask here. But I think we're putting such good pressure on a very slow deck where, you know what, we still might even be okay, especially if they're evolving into Curlia. That tells me that if they have Arven, they didn't have Gardevoir, they're going to go in with the Mind Bend. Dude, stop. I just free retreat into my other Ogerpon. Whatever. I mean, I'm not... Whatever. It's cool. And I got research this time, so I'm not going to give my opponent double their hand size. We could still take out their Curlia pretty well, too. We get a Prism Energy. I really hate to research that away, but I still do have 1 Rainbow Energy in the deck, so that's fine. I'm not going to shuffle my deck up. I've got so many cards on the bottom of my deck that I do not need to see at all. I don't hate Boss's Orders, but we need to play the research. I could even play like Lillie's Clefairy, attach the energy, but I feel like that is a waste as well. We could attach this energy to Latias. Big 200 attack, boss KO on Mew in the late game. That doesn't feel awful at all. And dude, we're still short. I hate everything. Okay, let's Teal dance here. I am speechless on how hard this is to draw. We can definitely go Energy Switch, get an energy off the active. I would still have 2 left. I've just got the Prism Energy in hand, so now Latias is a valid attacker. We can retreat into our other Ogerpon, and we can swing 180, taking out their Monkey Dory with their energy that's set up, which kind of works out for us. And then we can take a prize card. I hope it's Ogre's Mask, because at this point we're more likely to draw it out of the prize cards than actually get it in our hand ourselves. What would I cut for a 3rd Ogre's Mask, right? Because now I'm thinking out loud about what I would change. I'm playing through this. Maybe it's just bad luck. I feel like it definitely could be bad luck. I mean, I've seen so much of my deck and whiffed everything at this point. It does feel pretty awful. There is a 2 prize Pokemon now in the active spot. Oh my god, they got the Drifloon. I mean, off this research, I think I'm guaranteed to see it. I wouldn't actually be shocked if it is my top deck, because we've Iono'd twice, so the bottom, like, 8 cards, maybe even more, 10 cards, are not Ogre's Mask. We have not shuffled this deck. It is just such a nightmare. They manual attach the energy to Gardevoir. That's pretty surprising. I feel like it would have made sense to... Well, I guess they can't retreat it on Mew. You could have used Mew's attack, though, genome hacking, right? Instead, you're going to go Night Stretcher for a Monkey Dory? Are you going to attack with Monkey Dory again? You're going to Arven for what? Earthen Vessel TM Evo, if I'm not mistaken? It would probably make the most sense, I'm thinking. I mean, we have our win con. We've taken 3 prize cards. Our opponent has not taken 1 yet. We know I have a 2 prize out at this point, right? They got Earthen Vessel Bravery Charm, so they could get rid of the last card in their hand that's not Charm. Attach the Charm to Drifloon, although it really won't change anything. Because they're going to damage themselves to use Drifloon's attack, and it was an energy. Wow, that works out for my opponent. And then we're still going to KO them with the Water Pond because I have to hit it this turn. I don't think there's a world where I whiff it. I would only be taking 1 prize card, though, because there's no low HP Pokemon on their bench, unless they get damage down onto Monkey Dory. Then I could do something. Wait, are you actually going to do it on the Gardevoir? Are you going to attack with Guardy? Don't do that. Don't. That's... No. Because then I'm going to take out your Drifloon and you're never going to use it because I'm going to get the Water Pond here. There's no shame in. Whatever. I mean, hey, that's fine. They're going to Miracle Force for 190 with the KO. I am within range of a Brain, which is a little annoying, but I mean, hey, you're playing a deck like this. It's the top deck. I said it. I did say this. All right. This is fine. We want this guy to be the Water Pond because what we do not want is my opponent to Brain, KO my active with damage counters, and then Legacy Energy has no effect. So I actually like this guy still being the 1 prize Pokemon. I am still going to go Ogre's Mask on active here. And we're going to swing onto Gardevoir, and we're also going to blow up the Drifloon while conserving a ton of energy in the deck. This is a situation where I definitely do not mind. I mean, Bloodmoon Ursaluna could be a big attacker as well on the Gardevoir, but I was going to say I don't think I mind getting another Ogerpon here and set up, because that could function as our 3 attackers and maybe Bloodmoon as well. We have the Teal Dance, so I might as well use it. And we get another Energy Switch. That works out pretty well. For now, I'll attach the Legacy Energy, the Prism Energy to Latias, because now we've actually got 3 set up attackers and a world where I can pull off another Ogerpon. So this feels pretty sweet. I could swing for 100 with Torrential Pump, do 120 damage to their Drifloon. I could do it to Monkey Dory, but Drifloon is a huge threat. If I could just take this guy out, that's fine. And now all we need is a boss's orders, and then we got Game on Mew, which works out. So we are gonna, like, we feel like we're in a great spot here. Do they have a 4-prime? We get the Ogre's Mask into the prize cards. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna make it through. A-okay. This is really funny how this matchup has turned out. It is driving me up a wall. They get the Lily's Clefairy. I guess that is fair. At this point, it doesn't matter. They just want to restart for one more card, since we know that we've got Game on Mew. We just need a boss's orders, if I'm not mistaken. Unless they attack with Monkey Dory. If they attack with Gardevoir, that wouldn't be smart. They got 3 energy down, that's 90, plus ours, 180, plus base 30, 210 damage. We're KOing the Gardevoir, even if you heal it with 1 Adrenabrain. Unless you play Energy Switch and you pull off a second Adrenabrain, it's not going to matter too much. Who do we promote here? Maybe this guy. Take your 2 prize cards. I'm trying to win next turn. And we still got our single prize Pokemon. And you're going to go Secret Box. Okay, yeah, you actually are going to take your 2 prize cards. You're going to take them pretty comfortably. We're also going to see what is in your deck. And now we have access to Fezandipiti, which is going to be huge. I could even try to dig out Mew for some extra draw. That actually could be a pretty big play. Depending on what my opponent goes down, I could also win off the Water Pond still. We do have Ogre's Mask in hand. You have not played a supporter yet, if I'm not mistaken. So, what did you take off that secret box? You got Iono. We are going to lose our entire hand, but that's fine. I mean, Ogre's Mask is pretty big. It's not the end of the world. I'm curious what you take with this Artisan, because you could go, yeah, Screamtails. But if you try to take out the benched Ogerpon, I'm gonna scream, because it. Oh, now it could be the active Pokemon. Okay, now it makes more sense. Who are you taking out? Even the Latias doesn't seem like a bad KO, right? Because you're clearly seeing game now. You're taking out Squawkabilly. All right. Okay, I respect it. You're going to draw 4 cards. I'm going to get a new 2, but then I got access to flip the script because you've taken a KO this turn. And I get an energy and hint, so I do have Teal Dance as well. So I'm drawing a minimum 5 cards, 1 off top deck, 3 off flip, 1 off Teal Dance. And you got Screamtails. You're going to damage that guy up pretty bad. I'm not going to be able to win off... Actually, no. I could win off Torrential Pump. Oh, that's insane. So we actually don't mind shuffling the deck here. Potentially getting that Ogre's Mask back on top. How many boss's orders are left? We play 3 boss, and I know all 3 are in the discard pile, actually. Ooh. Didn't think about that. And the chance of my opponent Iron Bundling something up. Actually, if I get Iron Bundle, do I just win with Latias? Or Ogre's Mask? Oh, so we do have to shuffle the deck. Ogre's Mask is my way out of this. Because this has less than 200 HP. Latias does work here, dude. Oh my lord. Okay, we'll throw this guy up in the active. We'll go Artisan. We'll shuffle the deck, because Iron Bundle or Ogre's Mask could win me the game, depending on who they promote. We love a Mew here. We can go Artisan. Give me the bundle. It's prized. Or is it in the discard pile? It's prized. This is why you prize check. This is what happens when you just record videos. You don't know what's going on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How many E-Switch are left? 2. How many Prism? Okay, there is a world we actually could just manually set up an Ogerpon. That would be nuts. Definitely not likely, but it would be pretty funny. We are going to Teal Dance onto this guy for sure. We're going to draw a card. We didn't get anything super helpful. We got another energy. I mean, I'll take that. It's just drawing more, and hopefully it gets me something playable. A Prism Energy. Feels pretty cool. But I don't have a great place to attach it, is the problem. I do want to restart, but I don't want to restart for 1. I want to see if I could get a better restart than that. So I am just going to swing here. We got game. Never mind. All right, problem solved. We go Ogre's Mask. We take this guy out. We do have a manual attachment, but, I mean, let's use our Legacy Energy. And then this guy has less than 100 HP, and we just swing 120 onto Monkey Dory, and that's game, set, match. A little stressful, for sure. I prized almost everything. Yeah, they just concede. That's what I get for not prize checking. Some bad luck on the Ogre's Mask, but hey, we made it through 3-0. Let's hop into match number 4. I mean, I feel like the first 2 games were insanely short. I want to showcase this a little bit more. So let's hop into match number 4 and see if we can get active again with the Ogerpon box. Welcome to match number 4. The background on the game has changed, and I am playing about 24, maybe a little more hours after the first couple matches because I got a little busy, couldn't finish the 4th game, and then sat down to do it a little later. And we're up against what could be Festival Leads or High Trapple or some combination of both. Our opening hand was pretty awful, but lucky for us, that's a deck that's dominated by abilities. So Cornerstone might actually be able to hold the fort down while we get something else set up a little bit better. I think Cornerstone and Wellspring Ogerpon, like the last couple matches, are definitely going to be our go-to guys for this one. Cornerstone with the big ability lock, and then Wellspring Ogerpon to take down a lot of bench Pokemon at once we might be able to set up in one go. And it's definitely a Festival Leads deck. I mean, we see the triple Grookey getting smacked down. We've got a good enough hand to probably research away. We hopefully don't need an insane amount of energy to set up. Honestly, I don't even know. Is there anything in this deck that could even get through Cornerstone? I'm actually not sure. I mean, they got the Brave Bangle, but when they evolve into Dipplin, they have an ability. They don't have a way to shut that down. They're swinging for 100 with Applin. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we gotta get someone else ready to go. So let's Ultra Ball these guys away. We could set up the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Go a little Teal Dance. See if we can dig out an Energy Switch this turn as well. Take a big KO on Applin. Because my god, are we gonna need to? And we get another Iono. Okay, that's fine. We got a research in hand. So we can rip research, discard the hand. We do have an Energy Switch, which works out pretty well, so we could get the attack going. And I don't think I actually want to bench anything. I kind of want to stay with what I got in hand. I could Ultra Ball away one Ogerpon into the discard pile. That doesn't feel too bad. I could also get rid of the other Ultra Ball and take out... I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. I mean, I'm down for Mew for the restart. Doesn't feel that great. I'm down for even just another Teal Mask Ogerpon. As long as Wellspring, or excuse me, the Ogre's Mask is in the deck, which it is, we will be good to try to set up the the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, go Torrential Pump. But I think here the biggest play for us is taking out my opponent's only Applin in play. So they're most likely not going to be able to get a Festival Leads Pokemon in the active spot next turn since there's no other Applins, and that buys us a little bit of time to get a bit more ahead with Cornerstone Ogerpon, because this is a deck that definitely likes to go up against those 2 prize Pokemon, 2, 4, 6 your opponent. So we want to see if we could get any lead imaginable this turn. And honestly, there is a world where if I like top deck Ogre's Mask or something, it actually might be really worth it to play it now and just take out multiple Thwackes from play. Really kind of slow my opponent's roll down. For now, they're going to rip the Hyper Aroma. They got all 3 Thwackes down, ready to go. They just need to retreat out of the active. You don't want to lose Boom Boom Groove, and no, they just pass. All right, so we're home free, right? We could use Earthen Vessel. Could bin the Latias here. I think that's okay. I want to take out a couple energy. Go for Teal Dances across the board, draw a couple more cards. Again, Ogre's Mask would really just seal the deal here. I think we'd get the lead we need to kind of fly through the rest of this match. But if we don't pull it off, that's okay. We still got a Cornerstone to hold it down, and we actually do pull the Ogre's Mask. Okay. You know what? If we do Ogre's Mask, though, we're at a very dead spot. Like, we're not going to be able to do a whole lot. I think I'm going to wait till next turn and see if I can just take game. I'm going to take one more KO with Cornerstone. We use Torrential Pump. We shuffle 3 energy back into our deck. We actually wouldn't have a Pokemon set up to attack. So I want to wait just one more turn. I want to see out of my opponent's 5 cards, do they have anything that could get him another basic Pokemon? Or if I go Ogre's Mask, could I actually just take game and swing on 2 bench Pokemon? They do get the Goldeen down. All right. That's fine. And they actually evolve into Rillaboom as well. Hey, that's not bad. You swing for 120 damage because of the weakness. You will be taking the KO, so that's what I get for playing it a little too safe with the Ogre's Mask, but that's fine, because now we could bench Fez. We don't care about prize liabilities, because our whole deck is a prize liability. We got Ogre's Mask, so there is a world where I can still take 2 prize cards this turn. Even having just Wellspring in the active spot isn't awful, since there is no Applin there yet, because the Diplin is going to be the thing that one-shots the basic EXs. If they're going in with Goldeen and stuff, you know, we'll work around it. That's a pretty big card to top deck, actually. That's a guaranteed Wellspring attack. I'm still going to flip the script, though. We needed the Prism. We got the Prism. Love the Cornerstone as well. For now, we could use Vessel. We could thin out the deck a little bit. We could get rid of Clefairy. That's definitely not needed. We could go double Teal Dance, manual attach Prism. Just draw a couple more cards. Just set ourselves up as good as possible. We love a research here. I could just leave them with Rillaboom in play, right? I mean, they could swing 180 with Wood Hammer. They do 50 for themselves. They'd be in a pretty tough spot. I don't think that's a bad play for us at all. If we go boss on the Thwacky and the Goldeen. We could go Ogre's Mask right now. Take the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Get that in our active spot. 180 would not kill Wellspring. We still have a few energy switches left, so we could actually still go Torrential Pump next turn. But I think I like this play the most. I think we go boss on the Thwacky. We said we take out their whole engine, as well as, at the moment, their only backup attacker. Then we could bench an Ogerpon, a Cornerstone as well. We don't mind getting another one of those guys down either. For now, little Torrential Pump. Take out the bench of Goldeen, take another 2 prize cards on my opponent, and this is how you use a 2 prize deck to get even with the single prizers that are looking to OKO us as well. You just get a good bench attacker. When you got a good bench attacker, you kind of just make your way through whatever you're up against. So my opponent will get the Rillaboom back in the active. If they attach a second energy, now they can take the KO with Wood Hammer. I was going to say they're doing 180, we would live with 30 HP, but now if they attach the energy, we are fine. No, they just go drum beating. Is there ever a world I could KO them here? I don't think so. I don't think so. And my Latias is in the discard pile with the free retreat, which doesn't feel as great either. I mean, that's fine. I could even just wait for them to KO my active, because swinging here is going to do nothing. I could just throw an energy down on the Ogerpon, right? That doesn't feel awful. We can still make this guy become whatever it needs to. We could rip Nest Balls and, you know, even a Bloodmoon Ursaluna doesn't feel awful here, but I think I'm going to hold off on that guy for now. Just rip the Tera Orb and fail it. I'm thinking about just trying to thin my hand down. They take a big KO here. I mean, we have more time, actually. Maybe I should have researched attached and then gone Myriad Leaf Shower. I don't know. I still think there's value in a research. Let's bench a couple more Pokemon. Let's get all these guys down. We can now go research. We don't mind bidding an Energy Switch. We got a couple more. So we actually could retreat and go, what do you call it, Myriad Leaf Shower. Is there a world where I could take a KO? We're doing how much damage with this guy? We're doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 150. We need one more energy, which is the Energy Switch for 180. But that doesn't totally get me there. I could Vessel, take out one more energy, and we don't have the last Energy Switch in our deck, which is a shame. So I'll just Teal Dance here, get the one last energy set up nicely, and then I think we just pass, because we got game next turn, again, depending on if my opponent could get down another Pokemon. Our Teal Mask Ogerpon over on the bench is set up, ready to rumble, and take out my opponent's Rillaboom swinging for 180. If they have a boss KO with the energy on it, that's fine. They don't, so we're good to go. Because 4 energy, yeah, we need the 5th energy down. We're good, we got it. Oh, and Penny too. Golden. Even better. We'll Penny up the active, throw the Ogerpon with all the energy up, use Teal... Oh, whoopsies, we're already swinging 180. Oh, maybe I missed math. I might have had KO last turn. Whoopsies. Well, for now, that's fine. We're still going to swing 240 with Teal Mask Ogerpon. Oh, I forgot about their energy. Duh. I forgot they had an energy attached. Well, either way, that was pretty easy. Match number 4. Success. We won. I don't remember my record from the last 3. I remember the first 1 or 2 were pretty quick, and we definitely had, I believe, 2 wins. So we're either 3-1, 4-0. Regardless, the deck feels insanely strong right now. I mean, we are cooking with the Ogerpons. I think this is a super fun box-style deck. Definitely worth playing. Definitely something I kind of want to test myself. and stay tuned for my next video. I know I posted a couple polls about it, but I'm gonna try making a video in a slightly different format. I'm thinking about making a new series called the Meta Mastery series, where once a week I showcase a different deck that's performing very well, and instead of just playing 3 matches and spending 5 minutes talking about the deck, I'm gonna really try to break down the deck and the different lines and the matchups, and spend a lot more time going over like different results, the win percentages into different meta decks. Break down how do you beat this deck, how do you beat that deck. I think the first one I'm thinking about showcasing is Joltik Box. That one won the poll by a decent bit on what deck to do, but definitely let me know if you want to see a Meta Mastery video on any decks in particular. I think it'll be a fun little series to do once a week, and I think it'll be super informative, super fun to watch, give people a better idea of the meta and how different decks work. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that one. With that being said, hope everyone's doing awesome. Stay epic. Peace.